Hello guys, gals and gamers, and welcome back to another, what is this again, makeup tutorials? Before we begin, I would just like to remind you guys to please like and subscribe. And if you want to, you can also put a comment down below. I would really appreciate that because I like to start a discussion with all of my videos. And if you want to be extra nice to me today, you can also share this video basically wherever, Twitter, Facebook, put it on a magazine. There will be new videos every Monday, so stay tuned for those if you are interested in hearing more from me. Yes, recently I again checked the hellscape that is known as Twitter, and Nintendo has posted yet another trailer. Fun. And this was something of a surprising trailer, to be honest. I was quite shocked, and I just didn't see this coming. It is a revival of one of their old IPs, one that they have not really used at all or even acknowledged in like 10 years. So I was really surprised that this was just coming back. And that, of course, is the Big Brain Academy series. So a lot of people might be unfamiliar with this franchise, me included. I was quite unfamiliar with the whole series. If you remember, a few months ago, I made a video about all of Nintendo's franchises ranked from Nintendo's own business perspective. And even in that video, I was surprised that Nintendo actually owns the Big Brain Academy series. I thought that was someone else. I knew that Nintendo had Brain Age, or Brain Training as it is known outside of the United States, but I didn't know about Big Brain Academy. So it's a very peculiar franchise, it's very obscure, not a lot of people know about it, and I would say, at least looking at the sales data, if I do remember correctly, Brain Age or Brain Training is much more popular than Big Brain Academy. So yeah, it's the other one is very much more like popular and such. So I wanted to make this video. In this video, you will have my first reaction to that trailer with a little bit of analysis included. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what the series really is like, why Nintendo decided to release or revive this series right now, and how exactly is this series different from Brain Age. But that said, let's start with the reaction portion. Okay, so let's begin this reaction part of this video. I have not seen this trailer yet, but I'm about to see this for the first time. I'm gonna pause it maybe a few times and give you my thoughts and a little bit of analysis afterwards too. I have the Nintendo site open, so maybe we'll get some extra details from there. But yeah, here's the Switch logo, and let's just begin. Okay, there is someone playing the game now. Interesting to know that it shows you like age 16, if that's the person's age, or is it like a brain age here too. We'll just have to see. But yeah, these games are all about these mini games that make your brain smarter. Pick a number. Where is all of the objects? And this is about finding what animal is it as quickly as possible. But yeah, they're playing some two-player touch screen battles, which is cool. You can do something multiplayer stuff together. I know that the series has had that before too, so it's not the first in the series to do that. And the game is called Brain versus Brain, so obviously there's going to be some level of multiplayer involved. Each player can select their own difficulty. Okay, cool, interesting. And their names are brother, sister, dad. Lovely naming convention in that family. Ghost Data, which is interesting. This is clearly like a more casual trailer, so I think they might be explaining more with sound. And you can even play with online. That's cool. You can play against other people's ghost data. I wonder if you can play against them in like 1 versus 1, or is it just like with ghost data? This seems to be like 1 versus 1 in real time and not like using ghost data. Okay, December 3rd. Very good release date for December, by the way. It's like holidays are coming up, people are like, hey, getting Nintendo Switches, planning on those for like holiday presents, and then they see this game in stores and like, hey, that seems cool. It's a cheap game, as you can see from this Nintendo official site. So only 24.99. This is the UK site, so it's in pounds, but still like $30 or something is very, very cheap for Nintendo standards. So it's really good. If they see this in the shelves, they will be, hey, there's this fun looking brain game that's really cheap. Yeah, maybe I should get that one too. So December is a really good release date. But yeah, you can see 24.99, really, really good price for it in my opinion. Flex your brain. If you can flex a muscle, why not? Why not it be your brain? And that's the Brain Age, I mean, Big Brain Academy guy. I am. I don't. In my brain, there is no between these different series, but I will talk about that a bit later. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. All of your choose a category. Which kind of mini games do you want to play? You can do high scores, play against ghost data. Head to head in training contests with rivals. Yeah, we'll see if the online is just ghost data or not. I'm not entirely sure. At least there is like local multiplayer, which is really cool. You can see how dumb your whole family is. But yeah, that is all I have to do for this. All I have to say for this reaction part. But I'll see you guys next time with my other thoughts about this brand new game. So, what is the Big Brain Academy series like? Well, first of all, it is a puzzle game series made by Nintendo, of course, and it has only two games in the series. First of these was the Big Brain Academy for Nintendo DS, and it measures like the player's brain by weight, kind of a similar gimmick to brain training or Brain Age that looks at your brain by age. And basically, it's just a collection of mini games and puzzles you can solve. And that's basically the gameplay. It has a lot of mini games. It has a solo mode multiplayer. As I said, it's not the first time this has been in the series, the multiplayer aspect of this new one. And there's quite a few things, and all of the mini games that you have are like in categories. There's like Thinked, which are logic themed questions and that kind of stuff. There's analysis or reason based, compute, math based, and identify, visual themed, and memorize, which is just memory based stuff. And then there's of course the versus mode. The first game did really well, selling over 5 million copies. So yeah, it's a really popular series, which just it's basically, when it comes down to it, it's just series of like brain teaser mini games basically. There's not much gameplay in Big Brain Academy games. I always have to pause because I'm thinking about Brain Age. Two similar franchises with both have brain in their name, so excuse me if I ever say it wrong in this video, by the way. But yeah, basically the setting is in a school where there's just mini games. There's not much content, but there's always like you can do high scores in all of the mini games. You can earn medals and that kind of. There's still something you can try to achieve every time you bring up and boot up the game. So it's small, but it's very very charming of a game. So that's basically what this series is about. And now we're getting a third game. We had the DS game in like 2005, 2006, and then a year or two later we got one for the Wii. So it has been about 15 years since we got a game in this series. So why is it being revived right now? Well, I think Nintendo wants to really test out how these Brain Teasery games, Brain Age and this one, how do they do in the modern environment? Because Nintendo has gotten back into these very high quality but still casual aimed games. Stuff like Ring Fit Adventure is one, and then having the worldwide games or clubhouse games as it is known in other regions, which did really really well. And now Nintendo also wants to try out these two franchises, like how can they hold up in the modern age. And I don't think like Brain Training or Brain Age did very well when it came for the Switch, which by the way it is on the Switch, but not in North America for some reason. I'm not sure why that is, but I think Nintendo just wants to test out how do these games do in the modern environment, because back in the day they did sell well. As I mentioned, the first game in the Big Brain Academy series sold 5 million copies, over 5 million copies, and is still a relatively obscure game for many. And that is quite well for something a lot of people don't recognize. A December date is a really good one. It's cheaper, you can get it easily. Maybe I'm not sure if there's going to be a physical copy, but it's definitely something you can easily get. It's just cheap buy, something you try out for a while. It's really lovely, but you don't put too many hours in it. And finally, what I wanted to cover is how it is different from Brain Age. Well, first of all, this has better multiplayer. This definitely has better multiplayer than Brain Age, but these are like both are puzzle games, both have like puzzle themed mini games or like brain measuring mini games in them, so they are very similar. I would say like Big Brain Academy is more Nintendo like. It has more charm, it has a better atmosphere, and it's a mini game collection, and you can play with your friends and have fun, get all of those high scores and play it whenever you want, that kind of stuff. While Brain Age or Brain Training and the Dr. Kawashima series, it's more kind of like a fitness app for your brain, which you play it every day, see how your brain is progressing and keeping your brain healthy and all that. It's very much like a fitness app for your brain, while Big Brain Academy is just a collection of mini games you can have fun with without having to worry about having a healthy exercise schedule for your brain or anything. So that is the main difference. Hope this video cleared out any doubts about you, introduced you to this maybe new franchise for you, but still an old franchise, of course. And tell me what you thought about this video down in the description below. I'm sure I will answer you. And I have nothing else to say at this moment, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.